What if the whole humanity could work together and make better decisions? Moreover, what if we could stick to these good decisions? Join me this week so we can explore the dance of human interaction through the lenses of social physics. Our so-called modern society is actually built on top of really ancient foundations. That thing we call language is actually quite a novelty. For hundreds of thousands of years, we've had only signals to communicate. Signals of dominance, signals of fear, signals of interest, and many more. It was only in the last few centuries that we engaged in this collective process of trying to create as much wealth as we can. And according to traditional economists like Adam Smith, we are supposed to act rationally and always act in our own self-interest, maximizing the gains at our own benefit. And this approach, theoretically, would lead us to economic prosperity. However, our social network is not really a zero-sum game. Emergent patterns and emergent features surface from interaction. And with this in mind, some social scientists can develop models and equations to understand how humans signal the flow of ideas to each other. Alex Sandy Pentland is the advocate of something called social physics. Our collective intelligence, culture, it's heavily based on the flow of ideas from one person to another. What Pentland research showed is that this collective intelligence is not only greater than the sum of its parts, but it's also independent. In very simple words, a group of people, a social network, teammates, or any group of people that go together for one specific purpose, if they have a high rate of ideas exchange and they have a lot of engagement within that core team, they'll most likely have a much higher level of collective intelligence. However, if one expects that group to be creative, exploration is the key. Creativity comes from exploration. For any social group to be successful, they have to be both engaged and exploratory. It is impressive how whole cities' GDPs can be correlated to the rate of ideas flow. Pentland ran an amazing study with the social network for day traders called eToro. What he found out is, as the rate of ideas flow goes up, the traders make much more money, exponentially more. But only to a point, there is a threshold there. If the rates of ideas flow get too high, above 70% roughly, it's just too noisy, nothing happens. The traders hit something that is called an echo chamber. And that's where the accuracy of the process goes down. That's where you have economical bubbles, panic buying, and many more ugly things out there. These echo chambers are not so prevalent in face-to-face interactions because we, as humans, we've learned how to pick up those signals and how to pick up the non-verbal communication cues that will help mitigate such echo chambers. And unfortunately, we lack most of these non-verbal cues in digital social networks. And that's why we find so much noise there. And beware, because echo chambers can easily destroy the wisdom of the crowd. If there is one rule of thumb to be followed here is, go out and explore. That's it for this week. Thank you so much for joining me here. Let me know your thoughts around social physics. And as always, see you next week.